Hi everyone. So let's continue with the another session. And in last session we have discussed the some of the properties on infinite cyclic group. In this session we are going to discuss the property of finite cyclic group, and then in continuation lecture we will go for the counting of homomorphism from an cyclic group to any group. So let's start with the some of the important property for a finite cyclic groups. So assuming that G be a finite cyclic group of order Cn. So G be any finite cyclic group whose order is n, and assuming that G is generated by A. So A is the generator of G. First we know that the order of generator is always equal to order of the group. So first property, order of A must be equal to n. Second property, A to the power k is generator of G if and only if GCD of k and n should be equal to 1 and k should be less than or equal to natural. So that is A to the power k is a generator if k is co-prime to n and k is less than or equal to n, where k is a natural number. Based on this property, the number of generators in G is exactly phi of n, where phi is the Euler-phi function, which is given by if n is equal to some p to the power a, q to the power b, r to the power c, and so on, where p, q, r are the prime or distinct prime divisor of n and a, b, c are natural number, then phi of n is given by n into 1 minus 1 upon p, 1 minus 1 upon q, 1 minus 1 upon r, and so on. So this is Euler-phi function. So number of generator in any finite cyclic group of order n is exactly phi n. So this is the third property. Then fourth property is number of subgroups in G of order k, where k is again a natural number. So number of subgroup of order k is if k does not divide n, then does not exist, or if k divides n, then unique subgroup. That is, in every finite cyclic group there is a unique subgroup for each divisor of n, where n is the order of this finite cyclic group. Next property is total number of subgroups. So number of subgroups in G. So these are exactly tau n, where tau n is the number of positive divisor of n, which are given by a plus 1 into b plus 1 into c plus 1 and so on, where n is again p to the power a, q to the power b, r to the power c, and so on. A, b, c are natural number and p, q, r are the distinct prime divisor of n. So these are four properties or five properties for a finite cyclic group. Same, how to count the number of element of a given order. So that's another property. So number of elements of order k. Number of elements of order k in G. Again, k is any natural number. So which is equal to 0 if k does not divide n, and exactly phi k if K divides N. So this is for counting the number of element for a given fixed order. So this is the most important property. And also, since A is the generator of G, so G is generated by A. So this implies G must be of this form: A square, A cube, A to the power n minus 1, A to the power n is equal to identity, where A to the power k is the A star A k type, or where star is the binary operation in G. That is, we are operating a k type with respect to the operation of G. So your group is this one. And also we know that there is a finite cyclic group of order n, which is denoted by Zn, and operation is addition modulo n. And element of this is 1, 2, 3 up to n minus 1 and 0. This is also a finite cyclic group of order n. And we can define one-to-one correspondence between these two groups. So that is, we are mapping F, we are defining a map F from Zn to Z such that F of k is equal to A to the power k for all k belongs to Zn. So this mapping is obviously 1, 1 on 2, and you can easily verify this is also homomorphism. That is, every finite group or every finite cyclic group of order n is isomorphic to Zn and group under addition modulo n. So from this we can write down G is always isomorphic to Zn. You can compare every finite cyclic group with Zn, and where Zn is group with addition modulo n. So these are the most important properties for a finite cyclic group. Now, based on these properties, or based on the counting of element in a finite cyclic group, we can count the number of cyclic group or number of finite cyclic subgroup of a given order in any group. So what is that property? If G be any group, here G need not be a cyclic group, G is any group, and if we want to find the number of cyclic subgroup in G of order k, so this is always number of elements of order k in G upon phi of k. If there does not exist any element of order k, then there does not exist any cyclic subgroup of order k. Otherwise, number of element of order k in G upon phi k. And again, based on these all properties, we can write down in any group number of elements of order k in G, where again G need not be cyclic, G is any group. So number of elements of order k in any group is always some L into phi k, where L can be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinity. That is, there are element of order k is always multiple of phi k in every group. This need not be a cyclic group. If it is cyclic, then there are exactly phi k element, provided if there exists at least one. So based on this property, we can count the how many possible elements in any finite cyclic group or finite group.